Chapter 11.
I wasn't tired anymore. At top speed, I raced back to my friends. I felt sick. I felt like my heart was going to burst. They had missed the deadline. It was too late. Too late, and they would all be trapped. Like me. Forever.
Morph!
I screamed as I closed in on them. Thought speak is like regular speech. It gets harder to hear the farther away you are.
Morph back! Now!
Maybe the clock in the truck was off. Maybe 5 minutes one way or the other wouldn't matter. There, I saw them. 4 wolves moving relentlessly toward the distant city.
Morph! Now!
I screamed as I shot like a bullet over their heads.
How much time do we have?
Marco demanded.
None.
That got them going. I landed, exhausted, on a branch. Cassie was the first to begin the change. Her fur grew short. Her snout flattened into a nose. Long human legs swelled and burst from the thin dog legs. Her tail sucked back in and disappeared. She was already more than half human by the time the first changes began to appear on the others.
Come on, hurry.
I urged them.
What time is it?
Jake demanded.
You have about 2 minutes,
I said. It was a lie. According to the clock, they were already 7 minutes too late. Too late. And yet, Cassie was continuing to emerge from her wolf body. Skin was replacing fur. Her leotard covered her legs. But the others were not so lucky.
Ah!
I heard Rachel cry in my mind. Her morph was going all wrong. Her human hands appeared at the end of her wolf legs, but nothing else seemed to be changing. I looked, horrified at Marco. His normal head emerged with startling suddenness from his wolf body, but the rest of him had not changed. He looked down at himself and cried out in terror.
Hello, it's me.
It was an awful sound, half human, half wolf. This was worse than I had feared. I figured they could be trapped as wolves, like I had been trapped as a hawk. But they were emerging as half-human freaks of nature. They were living nightmares. Cassie ran from one to the next. Come on, Jake, concentrate. Focus. Rachel, bear down, girl. Picture yourself human. See yourself like you're looking in the mirror. Fight the fear, Marco. I saw Marco roll his human eyes up and stare at me. His gaze locked on me. It was like he hated me. Or feared me. Both, maybe. I didn't move. If Marco needed me to concentrate, that was fine. But it sent a shiver of disgust through me. I suddenly saw myself as they all must see me. As something frightening. A freak. An accident. A sickening, pitiable creature. Slowly, Marco began to emerge. Slowly, the human body appeared. Rachel, too, and Jake. They were winning their battle. That's it, Jake, Cassie urged. She held his hand tight between both of hers. Come back to me, Jake. Come all the way back. I watched Rachel. She still had a small, shrinking tail. Her mouth still protruded. Her blonde hair was still more like gray fur, but she was going to make it. The clock must have been fast. A matter of 5 minutes one way or the other had determined their fates. I was glad they had made it. They were all human again. We did it, Jake gasped weakly. He lay on his back on the pine needles. We made it. That was close, Rachel said. That was way too close. It was so hard. It was like trying to climb up out of a pool of molasses. I'm human again, Marco muttered. Human. Toes, hands, arms and shoulders. He checked himself all over. That was close, Cassie exulted. She gave Jake a hug. Then I guess she felt self-conscious, because she ran over and hugged Rachel and Marco. They were all laughing, all giggling with relief. We're okay, Jake sighed. I was happy for them. I really was. But suddenly, I didn't want to be there. Suddenly, I desperately didn't want to be there. I felt an awful, gaping black hole open up all around me. I was sick. Sick with the feeling of being trapped. Trapped. Forever. I looked at my talons. They would never be feet again. I looked at my wing. It would never be an arm. It would never again end in a hand. I would never touch. I would never touch anything. Anyone. Again. I dropped from the branch and opened my wings. Tobias! Jake shouted after me. But I couldn't stay. I flapped like a demon, no longer caring that I was tired. I had to fly. I had to get away. "Tobias, no! Come back!" Rachel cried. I caught a blessed breeze and soared up and away, my own silent, voiceless scream echoing in my head.